How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Sick Air Tech, where we like to keep tech simple. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Fifine M9 wireless lavalier microphone kits. Now, thank you for Fifine for sending this out for me to review. I definitely appreciate it. So we're going to be checking this out. Very simple review, not going too much into details as far as the specs go. Just how to use this plug and play system. No editing, no anything like that. This is just going to be plug and play. It is what it is when you hear this device. I'm not going to be editing the audio or anything like that. And we're going to be checking these out. So you can find these off at Amazon. I will post a link in the description down below. So let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, if you're not subscribed to Sick Air Tech, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe and click that like button at the end of this video if you found it useful. So let's get started. The Fifine M9 wireless lavalier microphone kit. Let's go. Alright, so first and foremost, let's go ahead and go on what comes in the box of the Fifine M9 wireless lavalier mic system. So here is the front. You get active noise cancellation up to 100 feet range and battery for 5 to 6 hours on each of the transmitters. You get 2 wireless microphones, 1 receiver, 1 charging case, and 2 detachable for your windscreens. You also get a slew of cables. You get a 3.5mm TRS to 3.5mm TRRS cable. You also get a 3.5mm TRS to 3.5mm TRS cable, and then you get a 3.5mm TRS to USB Type-C, and you also do get a USB-C to USB-A cable. That's going to be your charging cable, and you get your user manual. So essentially what this is, you get a cable for your phone, you get a cable for your camera, and then you also get a USB Type-C for your phone as well. And you do get a nice carrying case, fine, nice cloth, or it's like a fiber. You do get your user guide, which gives you all of your instructions, your buttons, your pairing mode, and pretty much how to use everything. You get your indicator lights as well. And yeah, this is a pretty sizable user manual. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything you get. You get your charging case with your 2 transmitters and your receiver. Let's go set that aside. You get your charging cable, USB Type-C to USB-A charging cable. And these are your cables that you get. And they are labeled. So you have one that's going to be labeled for your phone. This one will go on your headphone jack if you have a phone with headphone jack, and then the other one will go into the receiver. And then this one is going to be for your camera. So if you have a camera, this one is going to be for that. And what I've been using is going to be the USB-C to 3.5mm. And again, this will go into your phone just like that, and then this will go into the receiver. Now the only thing that I don't like is that it's just hanging off on there. So we're going to go ahead and plug it into your out onto the receiver. So if you have your phone and you have it connected, it's just going to be hanging out. I kind of wish there was a little bit more of a way to just keep it attached, but yeah, not too serious, but just mentioning that. And then you also do get some wind protectors. You get 2 of them. Taking a look at the actual transmitters, you get your little Fifine logo. You get 2 lights over here, 1 connection indicator lights. You get a clip that's going to be pretty clippable, and you also do get a rubber backing on here, so it's definitely going nowhere. You get your charging, which the case does charge your device, but if you wanted to charge them separately, you do have the option to do so. And yeah, they're actually pretty small, pretty light. You get a power button on this side, and then you also get your pairing button and your noise reduction, which is going to be on or off. And you also do get your receiver over here with, again, another clip, and this can go on most shoe connectors on cameras. And then you also get a little display up here of connectivity and your volume on here. So if you already have one of these, they do pair automatically, so keep that in mind. You do have the option for your volume, so you could go up and down. You can see right there to turn up your volume or lower your volume on A or B. And you get your mono stereo over here on this side to give you either mono audio or stereo audio, and that is going to be over here. And then you also do get a pairing button, and like I said, you get a clip made in China. Now these are plasticky, but they are lightweight, so that is actually pretty cool. Okay, so essentially how you're going to set this guy up is you're going to have your smartphone. Here we got the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. You're going to have your USB-C cable, which is going to be for your phone, and then you're going to go ahead and grab your transmitters and receivers. So you're going to have the receiver right here, and then take out your transmitter, and they should automatically pair. It's kind of hard to see. There you go right there. You can see that the A is lit up, volume is all the way up. We're going to put on our windscreen, that way we get some protection from the wind, and this pretty much is going to get on there, and you're going to twist it on, and there you go with your little smiley face and the hair. Now as far as the device goes, you're going to go ahead and plug it in to the receiver on the out, and then you're going to go ahead and plug it into your device, and that's pretty much it. So now when you hit record, you should get a little prompt saying recording through USB-C, and you shall be recording from this device. So we're going to try out some noise reduction, which is going to be this button right here. When you push it, it will light up and then turn it off. And then we will be doing mono and stereo samples, that way you guys can get an idea of how this sounds, and some distance testing on this. So let's go ahead and check out how the Fifine M9 sounds, shall we? Alright, so here we go. Plain and simple plug and play type microphone with the Fifine M9. Now what you're listening to is going to be in stereo mode with noise reduction on. We're about 100 feet away from the camera, and that's about the rating that it gives. So if I were to go a little bit further, it might cut out. But how does this sound? We got a little bit of fountain over there, a little bit of a breeze for that noise reduction, and we do have the windscreen on as well. So let me know how the noise reduction on. Now for me personally, I do not like the noise reduction. It sounds like you're underwater, and it just sounds horrible. So let's go ahead and listen to noise reduction off, shall we? So that's going to be just by pushing the little button on the side, and now we should have noise reduction off. Is there any much of a difference? Can you hear more of the background, the fountain, the breeze, the echo? So yeah, let me know in the comments which one you like better, noise reduction on or noise reduction off. Now I'm keeping everything simple in this video, no editing. It is what you get. It is what it is when it comes down to the audio of this. I'm not going to be tweaking anything or making it sound pretty for you guys. This is the audio coming from here, no edits whatsoever. And like I said, it sounds okay. I don't like the sound of being underwater with these microphones. So now we're going to go ahead and test out the mono feature on here to see if that sounds any better with noise reduction on and noise reduction off. So let's go ahead and check that out. Alright, so here we got mono using the Fifine M9, and we have noise reduction on. Is there any much of a difference when it comes down to stereo and mono? Comment down below in the comments, that way I can hear your thoughts. For me, I think mono sounds a little bit better, but it's mainly that noise reduction. It just sounds horrible. It sounds like you're underwater, and I do not like that. So let's go ahead and turn that off, shall we? Just by clicking the button at the bottom. And now we should have noise reduction off. So it should be a little bit more noisier. You should be hearing a little bit more background noise on here when it comes down to the fountains, a little bit of a breeze. And yeah, how does that sound in mono? So yeah, we tested this out in stereo and mono. This is a simple plug and play system. You dangle it from your smartphone. I'm using the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra using the USB Type-C connector on here. So yeah, that's pretty much how it sounds. You can use this, of course, with your camera, and your other devices that have a headphone jack as well. So you can use this with a lot of stuff. You can use it with the PC if you wanted to as well. So the versatility is awesome. It's just I do not like the sound. So I get in a little bit more wind over here. So let's go ahead and turn on noise reduction. So yeah, there you go for that. Pretty simple plug and play system, the Fifine M9 wireless lavalier microphone. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this review of the Fifine M9 wireless lavalier microphone kit. We got a lot of noise over there, very annoying, and right now you're listening to audio from the Galaxy S25 Ultra, no microphones. So how does that sound compared to the Fifine? That should give you an idea of how these sound. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And I will see you next time here on Sick Air Tech, where we like to keep tech simple. Peace.